let's see how we can make a graph in Excel. So I made my calculation in this column. This is the Julian day, starting from day 1 all the way to 365. And then I had the equation for delta, the equation for the hour angle, the equation for the day length, alpha max, BN, the E, the standard time. I made my calculation in here. And now I would like to plot those guys, okay? So for example, let's plot the day with delta. So I'm gonna choose the whole thing like this, for example. I should go all the way till the end. And once you chosen the whole thing, you say insert, and you will insert a chart, and you will pick, because it's scientific, it's gonna be like some function x and y. We're gonna use x y scatter, and he plot them for here over us. Of course, if we have done the whole thing, you will get the shape that we had in the book. So now, unfortunately, Excel by default make the graph very unappealing. Actually, this is not the way things should be. So what things we need to fix? You can start by removing that title. Okay, if you look at any journal article or any book, you will never find a graph with a title on top of it. The title should always be in a caption under the graph. So once we take this and put it in our report or our homework or our whatever we are trying to do, under the graph there will be a caption, say figure 1, and then you will have the caption under it. You don't put it in the chart like this. Okay? And what else is wrong with this graph? And that's always the default of Excel. I don't know why did he do this. But you can see that he picked decimal, like 1 digits for the decimal, and that is not really doesn't make sense. Maybe financially they always want to put like dollar and cent or something, but for us we don't really like to do this, right? So we need to remove those guys, huh? We need to remove this decimal point. Also, the font is really small, and sometimes they make the tick marks on the inside. Fortunately, when you click on the axis, you will have control over all those things. It unfortunately it require some more clicking to get it right, but it will make sense. It will make it really beautiful. For example, here decimal places, how many? 0, huh? There is no point in actually making decimal point for this. This look more neater. 0, 5, 10, right? What else he does? If we actually have chosen 2 columns, let's try to do this. I'll show you. If we decided that we want to plot this, okay, so I'm choosing what the data that I'm plotting, and then I'm gonna say insert, and then I'm gonna put a chart XY, okay, and he's putting it over here. Again, what is annoying about this chart title? We don't need a chart title. We will have a caption under the figure, and that's what we will do. Always the caption, you always put the caption under here. That's also really not standard in scientific publication. So in scientific publication, you should always have a box, and everything should be inside the box, including the legend inside the box. The only thing that outside the box should be the labels and should be the excess title. Okay, so this guy need to be inside, and also he need to probably be in a box. The legend need to be in a box. So we will go here and we will say we want solid fill, and you can pick the color. It's amazing, he always choose the wrong, always make the wrong decision. Like you would think, like sometimes you should get lucky and he will make the right decision, but no, the defaults are always the worst. So anyway, so again we said we don't really need this many digits, so uh, we should go to the label, right? Where is the tick marks? Yes, here. So tick marks, make it, see, say none. You should have it inside the minor and the major tick marks. And for the numbers, we tell him that we don't need your decimal point. It looks nicer this way, right? And same thing over here. Also, what's annoying is the axis that is in the middle of the graph. And yes, he's doing this because plus or minus, but people don't do this. Again, the standard is you should have a box for the graph, and the axis should be at the top and the bottom, and that's it, right? So label, numbers, decimal point, 0, okay, and tick marks should have it inside. And there is another place where you can tell him where the two guys should intersect, with where should they meet, and we should basically make this xi cross here at -40. If I can find that place, axis option, where is that? Tick marks. Maybe here we will find it, where you will cut 1 -40 major horizontal axis cross. Yes, so horizontal axis cross at, and we tell him he should cross at -40. Now I would think maybe the default should be that you cross at the boundary, and then if you want to change it, then you can make it differently. But rather than the default is to cross at 0 automatically. All right. So this look a little bit better, right? And now those you can leave them as this, or actually you can uh, fit them. You can fit them with a trend line. So over here on the top, you can see add things, and you can add the labels. Okay, primary, horizontal, and you can add the other one. And I'm doing this on my Mac. I'm not sure whether on PC it will be a little bit different or not. But anyway, you should, if in PC, maybe you will have like a plus sign over here, and you click on it, and then you can add all the things to it. And then you can pick the trend line that you would like to fit the data with. He will do that for you as well. Okay. And so depending on, and this is my cat coming in, clicking on some keys. Stay away, man. And he's moved. And so you can, if you know that the function is exponent or linear, or you can choose the fitting. And I guess there's more fitting too that we can add. Right, see over here, you can pick a power curve or polynomial, and you can pick what kind of order. Right, so are different fitting, and you should pick the one that that is agreeable with the physics of the problem. All right, and so over here we can now change the label to say, well, the x-axis is the Julian day, so I'm gonna click on it and say Julian day, and I will go over here, and if we are plotting, say, delta, we're gonna say delta, and between bracket would say in degree, for example, degree. Okay, so that look a little bit much better than what we start with. Of course, to make it really beautiful too, you need to make the axis a little bit bold so that it show up. The box should be a little bit bold, right? So that will go to the x over here, and maybe the line, where is it? So exit option, and somewhere should have the line. Yes, over here. So line, right? You clicked over here the line, and you should make him a little bit bold so that it show up. And the color, maybe you should make it a little bit darker. Like you always wonder why the default is always weird. So it will just cost you a little bit more clicks to get it right. Right? So the line, again, make it bold, change it to be dark like this. And actually you should do the same thing for the top and the bottom as well. Alright? And my cat is again here on the keyboard. Away, man, get away. Alright? And that's it. Thank you.